Hello, guys. So I want to share my thoughts on a few things that I'm seeing online that are happening in our polity. You know, I've seen a statement, and today makes it about 3 times I've seen that statement online. I don't know if that statement was made by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, that even if Jesus Christ lead the opposition or the ADC or whatever, that no one can defeat him. Well, I really hope that statement did not come from the president, because if it did come from the president, that statement reminds me of Nebuchadnezzar in the Bible. You know, yes, that statement quickly reminded me of King Nebuchadnezzar. Pride goes before a fall, and you should know that there's a God who rules over the affairs of men, and he can lift up one and bring down another, and he can dethrone kings and establish other kingdoms or enthrone another king. So if that statement is coming from him, it's unfortunate, and 2027 will be a surprise to him. The second thing I saw, it's about Kwankwaso of the NMPP, and of course Kaduna State or Kano State, the former governor of Kano State. And so in the build up to 2023 elections, there was um, there was a failed attempt to kind of uh, create a coalition between the Labour Party and the NMPP, which would have bettered a joint candidacy of uh, Rabiu Kwangwaso and Peter Obi, with a lot of people favoring Peter Obi as the presidential candidate and Kwangwaso as the vice presidential candidate. But that did not happen because the two men have their pride, and each of them feel they are too big to deputize the other. I favored then the option of Peter Obi and Kwankwaso, with Peter Obi being the presidential candidate and Kwankwaso being the vice presidential candidate. But then again, it never happened. And if that had happened in 2023, we would have been experiencing a different era entirely. And if the news or the rumors are true that Kwankwaso is planning to join force with the ADC, with the P2B and likes of Atiku in the ADC, that is actually a good news, if you ask me. I know that Kwankwaso rather does not pull the crowd that he pulled in 2023, that he was pulling proud 2023, but he's a fine gentleman, and I think he is a progressive, to the best of my knowledge. So if he's coming to join the ADC, I hope he does, and I also hope that this is actually going to give us an opportunity to have what we should would have had in 2023. You know, um, P2B and Rabi Kwankwaso joint ticket. P2B being the presidential candidate and Rabi Kwankwaso being the vice presidential candidate. If that happens, I know that even the so-called pride that is, you see, the thing is, what the APC are trying to do right now, trying to catch almost all governors to join the rank of the APC. It's for me, it's like how do I call it? It's an intimidation tactic. It's an intimidation tactic where people will think that they have all the governors. As a matter of fact, I made a video. One of the videos I made about P2B's defection to the ADC. Somebody commented there that how can P2B that came to the few seven senators and ex-governors be able to beat Tinubu that have 28 governors in the APC, current governors. And I said to him, I said, look, if Nigeria is a democracy that works, you will not be looking at your confidence of the victory of the particular candidate will not be how many people from his party that are at the helm of any other any the position, because it is not those people. You have counted 28 governors. In those 28 states, the governors are not going to decide who become governor, who become a president. It is the people who go out to vote. And because Nigeria rely on illegality and the fact that those governors can use a state instrument backed up with the Tinubu federal might and federal institutions, that everything can be manipulated in its favor. If we are practicing a democracy and people are supposed to go out there and cast their vote and decide who becomes president, whether the whole 36 states, including the FCT, are being controlled by the APC will not matter. Because at the end of the day, it is the people who are going out to vote. And the fact that the governor is moving with some paid crowd coming around to cheer him up does not really mean that the whole entire state are moving with him. That is the truth. Lagos State was it's APC, but Labour Party won the presidential elections. A lot of Labour Party didn't have the governor, any governor prior to 2023, but they won in a good number of states. They didn't have a senator, didn't have a House of Assembly member, they didn't have a House of Rep member. That we saw what happened because of P2B. So if the Labour Party the APC have governors in 28 states or 29 states, that would not matter if the government is ready to conduct a free, fair, and credible election. Because the people will vote and they will speak very loud, and I'm sure they themselves are aware of it. So please don't be intimidated. Some people will say they have hijacked everything, so they'll win. So because of that, I will not go out to go and register and vote. Please register when it's time to go vote. Go and cast your vote. It is not the governors that detect who becomes the president. It is the masses that are going out to vote. This is just me sharing my random thoughts of what is happening in the polity. I'll make proper videos very soon. Please follow my channel, my page, and subscribe to my YouTube channel as well to stay updated. Let's be having conversations as we look forward to 2023. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you in this video. Until then, bye bye.